Actually going to see those snow showers shrink as the day goes on. You can see through our Doppler that all of that white area as we move through the frames getting smaller and smaller. So snow flurries definitely wrapping up for the Treasure Valley. Still something that you'll want to keep in mind for your drive this morning. Some patchy ice definitely on those side roads and also in residential areas. Even though I-84 has been de-iced, you're going to want to take it easy and allow yourself some extra time as we're seeing some fog form. Now all of this white area across the bordering areas of Nevada and Utah and Idaho, we are seeing that winter weather advisory. It doesn't expire until 11 a.m. today, so watching out for some blowing snow in the Magic Valley area. If you're headed to Twin Falls or possibly Jackpot today, you're definitely going to want to watch out on those roadways. Patchy ice, definitely a possibility. Temperatures struggled to get above freezing yesterday. 32 for Boise and Ontario. These are your daytime highs from yesterday. A little bit of an inversion actually setting up, so that's an inverted atmosphere, meaning that we're actually seeing the cold air sink to the bottom and the hot air on top, so higher elevations almost matching up to our daytime highs. McCall made it up to 29 yesterday, 20 degrees in Stanley. So this is the time of year where getting up on the ski resorts after we've had a fresh snowfall and you get some of those warmer temperatures up there at Bogus and Brundage and Tamarack, it's really nice for skiing this time of year. 29 degrees currently at Boise, 28 in Mountain Home. Again, headed to Mountain Home, possibly Twin Falls today. Do watch out on the roadways and definitely allow yourself some extra time. Switching to that northwesterly flow ahead of an approaching high pressure ridge, which is going to bring us drier conditions and colder temperatures through the next week or so. Until next year, not much of a chance of seeing too much precipitation after all of that snow wraps up today. But we did see amazing totals of snow on our ski resorts because of the last storm. We'll get to your ski report in just a little bit. But here's your forecast for today. The On Your Side forecast. Breezy conditions for the Treasure Valley today. Temperatures very close to freezing today, in the mid-30s, struggling to get above that though. And we will see cooler temperatures later on in the extended forecast, but more sunshine definitely in store for us. Scattered snow showers for the west central mountains, a possibility of another inch of accumulation. Same for the east central mountains, but really, really cold there. Daytime highs in the upper 20s in those locations, and also in the Magic Valley, a possibility of another inch or so of accumulation. Breezy conditions, so at least this morning, possibility of blowing snow. Keep in mind that winter weather advisory once again in effect until 11 a.m. today. Taking a look at the extended forecast, you see how those temperatures just really don't get much warmer. Actually much colder, especially for those morning lows dropping into the teens. It's going to be very, very chilly to start our mornings starting tomorrow into the weekend. But as I mentioned before, drying up for the extended forecast, more sunshine in store, which is important for me because I'm not afraid to talk about it, but I definitely suffer from SAD, seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah.
And so when you get the cloud cover in, you know, it's almost on Christmas, I thought, I feel like crying and I don't know why, but
then you realize
it's because we're having trouble absorbing that vitamin D. So even if you take a supplement for it, you need the sunshine. It's like we're plants out there and we need the sunshine to actually thrive. So luckily, we're going to see some next week.
Well, and it makes a big difference.
It makes a huge difference.
I know it gets really cold here, but I've always said I grew up outside of Seattle, and SAD's a huge issue there.
Huge.
So, I mean, when you have the sun, no matter how cold it is, I think it makes me happier.
Yeah, it brings on the good mood. So I'm looking forward to that.
So Susie Black, of course, always gives us our first road report at 6:30. But if you happen to be on Twitter, guess what? Susie updates you on Twitter all morning long. And in fact, she just tweeted something just a couple of minutes ago. She said I-84 and major roads have been de-iced, but she said those side streets, including the bridges and the overpasses, still pretty bad this morning. And in fact, she said make sure you watch out at the 10 mile exit, still snow on that when you're exiting, so it can be a little slick. So of course Susie's going to be live in just about 20 minutes, but if you can follow her on Twitter.
Keep in mind, it's all those transitions too. It's the stopping and the turning that you do need to take it slow on. Allow yourself plenty of stopping distance. That's really the big rule of thumb here, because you may have to tap those brakes a few times.
Well, and I always say, it's like I become one of those grandma drivers.
Yes.
This time of year.
And that's acceptable. Absolutely.
And I'm really okay with it. I know.
That's me too, that you're passing on the freeway, by the way.
Right.
Just
when you
look over and wave.
When you're mad and you see someone like this, 10 and 2,